Okay, so I said that I didn't want to make videos that had my face in them anymore because I was not interested in the judgment I would receive, because I know I look exhausted. I look exhausted because I'm exhausted. Anyway, whatever. Can't start a video without a massive disclaimer. Anyway, to get to the point, I made this video about why specifically people with borderline personality disorder are toxic. People with untreated borderline personality disorder. See, I can do this better when I don't see the cameras pointing at me. Untreated borderline are toxic to people with avoidant personality disorder. And I wanted to clarify some information because I actually found out more information. Specifically, what I did was I saw some information that was clarification between the difference between an antisocial and borderline personality disorders. And the difference primarily is that borderline acting out, or whatever you want to call it, seems to be triggered. And I don't mean like the, little snowflake version of triggers. I mean literally the thing that sets it off appears to be relationship issues. And so here's the deal. This is why it's so bad for somebody with borderline personality disorder to come and wreak havoc with somebody with avoidant personality disorder. Is the problem is the relationship issue. First of all, is it's very difficult to have a relationship if you are a person with avoidant personality disorder, but then somebody with borderline personality disorder who has not been treated and is doing this flip into psychosis. What happens with them is that they are triggered by a relationship issues. So it really is like a perfect storm. And so there was a comment that said nobody else seems to notice this. It seems to be very much directed toward the person with avoidant personality disorder. And that's why. It's because of the relationship issues. But then also additionally, people with avoidant personality disorder tend to take the blame in any sort of thing that happens. They blame themselves. They take blame. So that means that it's like a yin-yang perfect match fit for someone with borderline personality disorder, because they can't accept their psychosis and they need somebody to take the blame for it. I mean, also, that flip, that's among the reasons why people with borderline, they have such a problem with their identity, is because all of a sudden out of the blue, they have this thing happen that is just completely not who they are, and they don't understand what's going on. That's why this is happening. It's because they're flipping into psychosis from neurosis. Their anxiety gets to the point where their coping technique is to become psychotic for a short amount of time, and they do it in relationships with people that are considered safe to them. Now that would be an avoidant person. So avoidant people are disproportionately the target of a borderline flip. Let's just call it that. And they also disproportionately will stick around when the psychosis turns up, and they are also the ones who would be receptive to the borderline's attempt to avoid abandonment. Let's put it that way. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Like I said, this is really weird having the camera sort of in my direction. It's been a while. I don't know how to do it anymore. And of course I am expecting to get attacked for it. But I thought that was a really interesting point. It's necessary for someone with borderline personality disorder to have a relationship in order to flip into psychosis. And there we go. That's why it would seem like it's directed at avoidance and only avoidance can pick it up. Because they're the ones that are actually sort of paying attention to relationships way more than other types of people with different personalities. Okay, I'm repeating myself. I don't know if this was anywhere near enough detail to make this point, but I just thought that was a really interesting sort of side note. You hear my cat sneezing. Anyway, another reason to get off the phone if she's going to have a sneeze attack. Off the phone. I did say that. This is why I don't make videos anymore. Anyway, so that's like I said, I wanted to add this sort of interesting side note to not only why are they toxic to avoidance, but sort of why are they targeting avoidant people with avoidant personality disorder. Okay, this is enough.